And just make sure. I gotta change that title real quick. Give me a second, everybody. I have the app? No, I do. Alright.
Hi, Grandpa.
Hey guys. Alright. Want to say, how's everyone's day going? How we all doing today? This video is gonna be. It's gonna be a lot. Not. Why am I saying this video? No, this live stream is gonna be a lot. So just to keep the mood going, what's a what's like a good game to play?
Have you played MM2 before?
Murder Mystery 2, yeah. I'll just play Murder Mystery. Also, if you guys want to join me, yeah, I don't think there's a way to show my thing, but it's I'm not lost. I'm square 58. Fuck it, we'll just play.
Wish I could play again TT.
Alright. So this what I'm gonna talk about. I put it in sections. I have it all on my phone. Let me check the charger real quick. I haven't played Murder Mystery in a while. Nor have I done. Okay. Nor have I haven't played. Who's this? Alright. I haven't played this game in a while, nor have I done a live stream like this in a while. I I think the last time I'd done like a live stream or any video like this is usually every start of the year where I just talk about some stuff and I talk about how I feel, how what's gonna change and other things like that. But today I just couldn't like I couldn't I'm gonna what's it called I'm gonna damn what the I'm over here like Mauricio. I don't know what's it called. I know what I'm gonna say, but I lost track. What I meant to say is a lot's happened. I couldn't deal with it. I struggled trying to reach out. I'd struggle um taking it all in one time. Pause. It's a very hard pause. And I just want to come out and speak my mind. Because usually I don't. Usually I'm helping my friends with their problems or something like that. But I think this is the one time I actually need help. Or like I need a vent. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how this is pretty much my mental state right now. After what's been going on for the past month, I don't know how to feel. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it's the right thing, if it's the wrong thing, if I'm the problem, if others are the problem, or if it's something else. But I just like I lost. It's hard to put into words, but like let me see if I could try to say it. It's hard for me to express how I feel, at least right now. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me go to my server real quick. Not that one. This one. Alright. You guys do hear my parents talking in the background, it's fine. They're gonna come in my room any minute. But anyway, as I was saying, we call it. I feel like I'm doing the right thing, but then it ends up being the wrong thing. Then I get confused on like what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What am I like what's going on? Hey Bluey. But yeah, I'm good. But right now it's been a mix of feelings, mix of emotions, and fuck. Like, I can't get the words out. It's just been a roller coaster. Let's just sum it up to that. It's been a roller coaster. Um, what do you call it? Uh, I'm gonna talk about something else. I'm gonna talk about another subject. I got saying my mental state, which was confusing. So we're gonna go on to the next thing, which is family, because I want to talk about my family real quick. Everything's going good. Everything's going fine. Um, although something kind of terribly happened. Um, it was kind of like a Final Destination type of thing where I was originally supposed to go to Mexico to go see my great grandpa again, but what's it called? My dad was like, "Oh, what's it called? You already went last time." But he was talking to my mom and my sister because they really wanted to go. I told my dad, it's called. I don't really want to go because I already did what I wanted to go to for there, which was to say goodbye to my great grandma who passed away. Oh, there's a killer. Which was to say, there you go. Which was to say goodbye to my great grandma who already passed away. Rest in peace. Still crying till this day about her. If you know what happened, you know. And wanted to see my great grandpa one last time. He's still alive currently, but it was like scared because we didn't know if he was gonna come back, which is why I went to Mexico that one time. And my parents were like, "Oh, by the way, Bluey, get the fucking TTS bot in here. Get the TTS bot if you want to talk or say something." There you go. They won't be able to hear you, but I'll hear you and I'll say what you're saying. But while that happened, a day later, where my grandparents lived over there, where my great grandpa is, they got flooded. And from according to what my dad is, there is no laws. Wouldn't say like a purge a little bit, but like the whole town over there, no power, no electricity. It's all flooded, all watered down. He showed me the video of literally a dog swimming, a dog floating in the water. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, what the hell happened? And he's like, one of the pipes went down or got busted, and yeah, the whole thing flooded. And it wasn't like just like an ordinary flood, like oh, it's just a little bit. Well, no, it was a shit ton of fucking water. So then, what's it called? They're doing all right, by the way. Everyone's doing all right over there. They survived gladly, but it was still like, damn, what the fuck happened? Someone added me on Roblox. But yeah, it was pretty much one of those situations where it's like, it was pretty much no laws. Something bad could go happen. Someone could die. But and that we're gonna skip past that. We already talked about that. Family. That was the only tragic thing that happened. That kind of got me scared. But everyone's all right. Everyone's fine. Like, oh, I killed the wrong person. Oh, what up, David? Is that all you came here for? Alright, get the hell out. Thank you. I wonder if he's actually watching the stream. That'd be funny. But anyway, next thing. We're gonna talk about school. Probably the most happiest thing out of this whole list before we get into like the whole tragic shit. Tragic new paddock. For school, um, a lot of things happen in a good way. Um, I have all A's, and for those who what's it called,
Just to inform you, I sent my friend request to a Roblox Axe. Sorry to disturb you.
no, you're fine. You're shut up. Louis said I usually fail. Just kidding. But I do. But what do you call it? But for my grades, they're not the best. Lowest grade last for all 3 years, my lowest grade was a D. I had at least one D in every semester. Shit. But right now, we have all A's, and my lowest grade right now is a 95. A 95%, which is probably the highest lowest grade which is the highest lowest grade I ever got. A 90 a 95% is the highest lowest
I'm
grade I
jealous.
got. And I'm a senior in high school, along with a few other friends that are in my server. But another thing that happened for school is that for those who know, I play sports. I'm in my football season apparently. I usually don't like the sport. I don't like playing football. I'll tell you right now. I am the worst slash decent football player. I am ass. But my team, or should I say my school's team, went 5-0 currently right now. We just won our fifth game and we are undefeated. We are we haven't gone this far for the past 2 decades. My school hasn't been 5-0 or at least 2-0, which is actually 2 wins and 5 wins for the past 2 decades. For those who don't know what a decade is 10 years. 2 decades is 20 years. That's how long we've been on a losing streak. But that all changed last night. Well, it actually changed 2 weeks ago when we won our second game, but it all changed last night. So we are now in the playoffs. And usually every team is every 9 games. Everyone plays 9 games total. Yeah, let's get rid of this game. This game's boring. Every school is guaranteed 9 games. That's their season. We are guaranteed 4. So we have 4 games. We have an extra 5 games right now. Um, Here, Bluey, pick a game for us to play for like the mood. I'll join you. It can't be the dress up games because they won't let me play it. But anyway, it's called. It's pretty much been going on in football currently, or in my sports in school. Another thing has happened. Um, I wrote in songs and wrote in a mini story. I wrote in a mini story. It's a horror story. I call it The Tale of Alex Kane. And it's kind of resembles a little bit of the two-time lore from Forsaken, if you guys know who two-time is and what Forsaken is. It kind of resembles that a little bit, but in like a different way, where instead of lovers, it's brothers. Um, you know what? Here, Blue, let's play some local official. Just play a regular game of Uno. The only thing to lighten up the mood, or at least to chill the mood. Yeah, I'll make the thing. That.
Rosadita.
What the hell? Uh, that's enough. I create the match. Bluey join. Fuck, I accidentally quit. There you go. Bluey join up. Bluey! Alright, well, while we're waiting, might as well just try to bot. What do you call it? But yeah, wrote a story. Wrote a mini horror story about that. And that's pretty much all. Um, Now we're gonna move past that. Now it's time for what's actually been on my mind. So it's time for me to explain about this, which is um my I don't want to. Well, I have to. I'm gonna. There's Blue. I'm gonna explain my breakup situation, which is probably one of the reasons why I made this video. Well, why I keep calling it video? Because so used to being recorded instead of what's called live streaming these. But but yeah, this was kind of the reason why I made this live stream, was to talk about this. So for those who who guys been on my channel for say quite a while, you would you would know my, we're gonna call her my ex now, which is Mia, aka Cookie. No, it's not a funny name. That's literally what she would go by. But what do you call it? If you guys knew about the relationship me and her had, it was pretty long distance. It lasted 3 years. Probably one of the most longest relationships I've ever had with a girl. And um sadly it ended. And the worst part is none of us said anything. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I texted her or she texted me a breakup. We couldn't text. her parents had me blocked on everything. So I literally couldn't message her, couldn't text her, couldn't do anything like that. And found out uh 2 months ago was her Hoko.
I'm sorry to hear that. Lost pensive face.
What's called what's called a few weeks ago was her, like, we call it her homecoming thing, and she got asked out to homecoming. And I was like, hey, you know, it's what's called. It's fine. They're probably going out as friends, but they weren't. It was an actual relationship. And I'm not gonna say anything toxic because that's not who I'm gonna talk. Because this is the girl I've been with for 3 years. I knew it was coming at some point, one way or another. She was gonna find somebody else. And it's hard for me, Jesus fucking Christ, it's hard for me to explain everything. What I'm trying to say is about this topic and what I'm talking about right now with the whole exes. I knew how everything was going to go before it, but fuck. I knew how everything was gonna go before it happened. And if there's a famous quote or or a bar or a line or whatever I call it, favorite music bar that I like, that I could actually relate to this about, is from Ian Dior saying, what's called, on one of his songs, Don't Wanna Believe, it hurt way more than it should. I knew that it would. I lost myself along the way. You make it hard for me. And right after I heard the news that she was being, what do you call it? She was being asked out of Hoko, which is completely fine, by the way. I was like, this is the end, kinda. What's it called? This relationship that was so miscommunicated. I'm not gonna say it was toxic because it wasn't toxic. Me and her both loved each other a lot. The only problem with the relationship that we had was her being grounded. Her parents took everything away, so it was hard for me to communicate or even talk to her. And this happened for 3 years. I didn't want to date anybody, or even, well, I did want to date people, but I didn't want to because I wanted to wait for her. Even with everything going on, it was like, the way to describe was like Penelope waiting for Odysseus in Epic the Musical. That's like probably the best way I could describe that. There was so much trauma, I won't say trauma, but like there was so much drama I had throughout the whole time. It was like, it literally felt like Odysseus. I was fighting everything just to wait and to go see her. But what's called, after all that, it was pretty much just, I wouldn't say for nothing, but kind of breaks my heart a little bit. And the worst part about it was I actually was gonna go see her. I talked to, what's called, I told my parents about her. They supported it, but then let go of it halfway. Because they're like, Angel, you're never gonna see this girl. You're never gonna touch them in person. Not like that, but like you're never gonna physically hold hands or like anything like that with them. And I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to. Ruby. Anyway, what do you call it? But yeah, after finding the news about that, I was, what's called? Once again, it was those situations where like I knew it was gonna happen, but hurt the same way. And the what and what I hated most about it is this happened during one of my Smash tournaments. One of my Smash Bros. Because I play Smash Bros. I do esports. I'm a competitive player. Won't say I'm the best player, but what's it called? I'm a competitive and I play for what do you call it? For a team, for my school, along with a few of my other friends. And while and my bad, my friends are talking to me in chat. But what do you call it? Uh, Jesus. When I heard the news, it was like I had to keep a straight face the whole time, while also trying to get a hold of myself playing the game. And the worst part of, and another thing that happened is that this was like a spiral effect. Because this happened to one of my friends. I'm not gonna say their name. I'm gonna keep them anonymous. But what's it called? Me and him were both at a tournament, and at that tournament he got through a breakup, and I felt bad for the dude because what's it called? I mean, I'd feel the same way if I was in his shoes. Shit, I did feel the same way when I what's it called at that tournament. But his was first, which is the crazy part. And then what's it called? He was trying to keep himself together the whole time throughout the whole tournament. Cause it don't matter what goes on, what news you hear, you have to keep the show going. And then right after his happened, a week later, the same thing happens to me. And then literally the week after that, fucking, what do you call it? Another thing happens to my friend about a girl or about a guy. And I was like, what type of domino effect is this? But so then for like a week, I was just I was just out of it. I didn't know what to do. Oh shit, I forgot to pick up cards. I didn't know what to do. Didn't know who to talk to. So instead of doing that, I just played video games. I played video games, did good in school, wrote some stories until one day, oh, I hear my dog. Until one day, what's it called? I go on VR chat, which is probably the worst place to be out of anywhere. and I meet a girl, which you guys have seen her. Let's say you've seen her before on this channel, but what's it called? You've seen a video about her that I made that I took down. Her name was Lana. We dated for a month. And it was throughout the time, it was a short relationship, but it felt long. It was like one of those relationships where like long as hell, I mean short as hell, but felt like they lasted a whole year. Yeah. But me and her, what's it called? We were cool friends. What's it called? She was one of the people I met alongside with Primal, who is now a part of this channel, and Boomless, which are really good friends of mine now. They're really cool people, and I'm glad I met them. And they actually witnessed the whole relationship together. And they saw everything. Like they were there for it. Especially what's his name? Purple or Romeo. It was the five of us pretty much. But Romeo went to go do some other stuff or went to go hang out with his girlfriend. And then throughout through the last week of the relationship, there were already signs of it coming to an end. Like that I noticed. And what do you call it? And there's actually a clip that I sent out to my friends, Primal and them, about the relationship. What do you call it? Shit. It was the last live stream I did, not that long ago. It was the one that was, yeah, that was posted 13 days ago, where I called my girlfriend, Lana, well, now my ex, Lana. Yeah, go ahead. What up? No, not yet. What's it? What's it?
Was Lillard
He's at work.
busy with his little white girl? I seen him with
Yep.
his little Paula.
Yep.
Alright, bro.
Alright, see you. My bad, that was my neighbor. He came in to say hi. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. But what do you call it? But, after that whole, no, it's called, my bad. Let's talk about the live stream. Part of it is interrupted. I called her twice, and she automatically declined it. And at that point, I just knew the next day the relationship was gonna end. Once again, it comes back to me saying I already knew what was gonna happen before it already happened. So the next day comes around. I get scared because there was my bad. This was I want to say one of the first relationships I had in a long time, but throughout the whole process of waiting after what just already happened, like I had a smile that I never thought I'd have again when it came to relationships. Because for people who know me for my smile, I do not smile often. When I do smile, it's like a little grin. But when I show like a real ass smile or anything like that, is when I show my teeth. And even my parents know that. Because every time they tell me to smile, I don't show my teeth. They always want me to, I don't. Because I don't like showing my teeth. And it's not really a good smile. There's only a few photos I have now of me smiling like that. But she was one of the people, along with Mia, at what's it called? Oh yeah, Bluey says I have one, but I was high at that time, which we actually will talk about that after this. But what? But anyway, uh, yeah, after that, after the breakup, we talked. Let's go. The day we broke up was the last time we talked, obviously. But she said some things that she wanted to say, and what to sounded like me didn't make sense because I was like, what the hell? That's not how it is, question mark. Um, mm, she says we could still be friends, but we all know that's not gonna happen. We haven't talked ever since that, but she just but what's it called like before actually live streaming this, she actually texted me or she sent me an emoji, a sad emoji, to one of my TikToks I post. And she still stalks my TikTok. Lana, not Mia. Lana's stalking my TikTok. Not sure she's stalking my YouTube, and I'm not even sure she's watching this live stream right now. But so the one she replied to was the one where it's talking about. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it right now. I'll play it right now.
You crossed my mind. I missed you a little today. I wish I could tell you about my day again. I wish I could share everything with you like before. Do you miss me? Do I cross your mind? I hope I do. We don't talk anymore. I don't ask how you are, because you wanted me to stay away. It hurts, but I know it's for the best. If this message reaches you, I hope you're okay. Happy with your life. Happy with someone you're able to love. A small part of me still wishes that someone was me. But I know we can't be anymore. There's no more us. And I need to accept that. Take care. I will always love you. Even if our paths never cross again, a piece of you will always stay with me. I'll cherish the memories even as I learn to let go. No matter where life
She replied to that TikTok that I put. She put a sad face. I didn't even look at it. It just popped up. But she hasn't. She didn't put. She hasn't. The thing had the fucking Jesus Christ. Her messages hasn't put where I've seen it yet. I only got the notification of it. But it didn't show that I actually went into TikTok and saw that message. It just showed the notification of showing that message, if that makes sense. But Jesus, that is fucking loud. But throughout all that, there again. Throughout all that, there's a few things I could say about the relationship, like my afterthoughts, which is some bad, some good. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say any of that because and I'm not gonna treat them any differently now. Even after what happened, even if the relationship wasn't good, I'm not gonna treat anything like how it was with the Rose situation that happened years ago that finally stopped. Because at the end of the day, that person once made me happy. They once made me smile like I never smiled before. Who's this? Oh, that's Al. Alright. Anyway, continuing. What do you call it? What do you call it? Um, alright, alright, let me, can I go back to talking, please? Yeah. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying, although there is bad things to say about the relationship, and from her that already showed signs of toxicity, I'm not. And not because I signed some type of contract or some type of deal or anything like that saying I wouldn't, but because, once again, that person once made me happy and had me on my feet while I was down. So, and even when we broke up, I was called, I told her, it's called, I didn't want to end it on bad terms, nor did I want to be like, oh, fuck you, or oh, you treat me like that. I told her, thank you for being with me. I know it was short. I knew there was things that we could have fixed, that we should have fixed, that we probably could have fixed in the long, it's called, throughout the way of this whole relationship. And I even told her that I did want to keep the relationship because of what happened with the past one right now. But if we couldn't do that, it's fine. Thank you for making me happy. For the shit that I went through. I appreciate it. and that was it. I didn't cry much when that happened. It hurt me on the inside because I genuinely did thought that relationship was gonna last. That I thought it was gonna be further, like how the other one did. But once, after realizing everything that happened, it already showed the signs that it wasn't going to last. And I never really saw it because I was in love. So I say a few days after that, I was in, I wouldn't say my emo phase or my healing era, like how all those motherfuckers say it is. I wasn't in any of that. I was more in like a self-reflection and trying to understand and move forward with everything. Because even if what's called, because even if what had happened already happened, you have to go forward with it, whether you like it or not. Because even if, because there's a quote or something that I read and I saw one time, it was like even if you're at your lowest or everyone's doing all this shit and you're left out or you're on your ground, the sun will always come up the next day. The sun will still rise. So I pretty much had to go with that. Even with that, what had already happened, I had to go with it because time's still moving. It's not gonna stop. And now this leads to the final thing. We already talked about my exes. We already talked about my mental state right now. I already talked about family and school. It's time for me to talk about the last thing that happened. This happened last week, and I was so confused that I was going to make a video about this, but instead I'll just use the audio clip from this live stream. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. But it's a 50-50 chance I will take the audio clip from this or just probably resay everything when I get my monitor and PC back. For those of you who do know this, or have been in my community for a while, you would know a familiar or famous name that was on my channel. That name was It's Galaxy Star. At the time of, we'll do it 2020, 2021, all the way to 2023, gotcha. She was probably, if not one of the biggest gacha tubers at the time. She was up there with I'm Not Real, Silver Moon, Shadows Glitch, and a whole lot of other people who were in the FNAF Gacha series or in the FNAF Gacha fan, whatever the fuck it is at the time. They were one of the highest people who made content. And to be friends with one of them, along with making collabs with them, was probably one of the biggest things I ever did in my YouTube history. Cause me and them, we were what's called it. Talking to Galaxy Star was probably one of the most funniest things we had. We do the most stupidest things and it just made sense. We'd go band for the things we had. We talk about the gotcha, the fucking whole gotcha, the whole gotcha phase, how it all happened at one time, how everything's changed. Even talk about games or like fandoms. Like we had funny conversations going through. The only problem was her time zone, which was she live. I'm not gonna say where she lives. I'm not gonna dox or anything like that. But pretty much to summarize it, her nighttime was my morning, and my nighttime was her morning. So that was pretty much the only flaw. That was pretty much the only thing that kind of made us not communicate here and there. And but even with all that, I'd still pop into her streams and like say hi, say what's up to my friend, be like, hey, what's up? I just want to stop by and say hi. So I hope the stream's doing good. Keep up the good work. It'd be like that until last week. She made a Discord server. She hasn't made one throughout her whole
Who
YouTube
are you
thing.
talking at now? I lost my internet. 0.
I'm talking about one of my friends who I'm no longer kind of friends with anymore. Hey, Brownsy. You good? Oh, hey, Romeo. I'm venting right now.
Wow. So sad.
I literally just got. I just got done venting about what's called. I just got done venting about the two relationships I had. Here, let me go back to venting real quick, cause I'm almost done. I'm almost done. But for Bronzy, Purple, and Elliot, to shorten up everything what I talked about I talked about my exes. I talked about both of them. How I'm no longer with any of them. I'm not even sure if they're watching the live stream right now, but it's whatever. Yeah, I'm streaming right now. They can't hear you though. They can't hear you. They're gonna hear. They're gonna hear me. But yeah, summer it up. I just talked about my ex, both my exes, what's going on in school, what's going on with my family, what's going on with my mental state right now. Right now, we're talking about one of my friends that I used to have that I'm no longer friends with, which is Galaxy Star. But anyway, but right now I'm gonna finish it up because this is literally the last thing I'm gonna talk to before I end the stream. So I got a message from one of Galaxy Star's mods saying, "Hey, are you lost? Are you the what's called? Are you this person?" And I went to clarify saying, "Yeah, that's me. Why? What's up?" They're like, we got a message or a complaint saying you had some infractions. You had you were doing some stuff that you shouldn't be doing, and and we just want to make sure you weren't the person. I'm like, well, this is my channel. This is me. I'll tell you right now, I don't do anything like that. I'm one of Galaxy Star's friends, and I'm not sure if she still has it up. I'm gonna check right now. She probably doesn't, but we're gonna check just in case. Yeah, if you check right now, I'm still on her friends thing, on her YouTube channel. I'm still on her friends list. And I show them a picture of me on their friends list. They're like, yeah, that hasn't been changed in a while. And they're like, my apologies, I didn't, sorry for wasting your time. I'm like, no, it's fine, it's alright. And then I got a text later from them back saying, okay, apparently you are the person and we are going to ban you from the server without any appeal. And I was like, wait, what the hell? I didn't do anything wrong. Like, what did I do wrong? And they kicked me from the server and I couldn't talk to the person until I added them. And I added them back because I was like, what the hell was going on? And let me mind you, and Romeo, you're not gonna believe this, but remember what the whole ex thing that happened at the tournament? What's called when I just broke up with my ex? This happened that day too. This literally happened after that tournament. So I was like, so anyway, continuing. I'll tell once again, I'm not gonna say their name. I'm not gonna say anything like that because I don't wanna get canceled. I don't wanna get none of that. But let me go. Let me see if I go. Yeah, I found the messages. They said, what's it called? They asked me. What's it called? What do I want to talk about? I said, you got the wrong person. I haven't done anything wrong. I have not made no alt accounts. This account, along with YouTube, are the only accounts I have. I didn't do anything or say anything wrong. Me and Galaxy, me and Galaxy, me and Galaxy have been friends for like 2, 3 years, I'd say. She's joined my MEPs and collabs. Because she has. If you've been on this channel, you've seen all the things me and her have done. What do you call it? And I join her live streams every now and then to say hi. Or if I did something wrong, tell me what I did wrong because I'm gonna be real, I don't know what I did wrong. Like I couldn't tell them what the hell I did wrong because I didn't know. They said we had confirmed from Galaxy Star that you are the person who we are looking for. And what do you call it? They said you were banned originally for minor infractions and for being toxic in game and for evading ban. For evading ban, but with making alt accounts. We gave you chances to redeem yourself and you blew it. You will have been banned with no chance of appeal. Due to this, I will be ending this conversation. And I said I wasn't toxic and I never was. Y'all got the wrong person. I did nothing. Me and Galaxy have never played games together. We played once and that was Forsaken. I'm gonna explain about that in a little bit. And they said you can't lie out of this when Galaxy knows who you are. And I'm like, I'm not lying. I haven't done anything wrong or said anything. They said I will be removing your ability to communicate with me as it clear you are lying to attempt of regaining access. Please do not harass any of the other mods or the same thing. Or harass any other mods for the same thing. And after that, I texted Galaxy Star, sent them a message on Discord saying, "Hey, you guys got the wrong person. I did nothing wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I never once played with you. I only played once, and that was and that was literally a few months ago. Other than that, I never said anything toxic. I've always kept it 100. I always been loyal and respected you." They did not text me back at all. And then I even went as far as making a community post asking them, "Hey, check your messages. I just texted you right now. What's it called? Y'all got the wrong person." I didn't get nothing back other than on her channel saying, "Guys, check announcements. I'm going live right now." So you're going to ignore what I said and just go on with it. And until this day, I have not gotten a message back. But they still have me added on. They still have me added on Discord. So, and the first thing I did after that was talk to Ruby and to Bluey about this. Because I was like, what the hell is going wrong? Because I wanted them to look at the same bullshit that I'm looking at right now. And I want them to let me know if this shit makes sense. So right now, I'm just like I was so confused because this is one of my friends. And this is one of the top gacha tubers at the time. And for me to be ghosted or to be blocked after everything that happened just to be lied about, saying, "Oh, what's called you did this." I'll tell you right now, I never said anything toxic to Galaxy Star, nor to their friends. I don't even talk to any of their friends. I only talk to Galaxy Star once. And that's like every one blue moons. Most of the time I'm just saying hi to her while she's live streaming. I never played games with her. Never live streamed with her. Never said anything bad. And now I'm gonna get kicked for no reason? Not even a text back. And not even...
This guy's playing Uno.
Yeah, alright, buddy. Like, till this day, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened. But... this is pretty much me saying is that it's an end of a era and a friendship. Larry talked about what has happened in the past month that I've been going through. And to have this at the end, along with my family, my mom's side of the family getting flooded in Mexico, having 2 breakups, and then this, it's like, what could get worse? Like, what could honestly go worse? But I'm still trying to keep my head up. I'm still trying to make sure everybody's okay. And I'm still trying to keep a smile up. But yeah.
Did you ask for proof against those said claims when the moderator said it?
Yeah, I did ask for proof. I asked for proof. I said, what's it called? I didn't do anything. I never said anything. There's no proof of me doing any of that. They didn't care. But I mean, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Bronzy and Romeo, what's it called? If you guys still want to stay in, what's it called? We'll play games obviously right now when the fucking this thing's done. When I end it.
So what we have is a horrible moderator who does not listen, not professional, and does not have proof.
The one thing about it is that they said that apparently they got confirmation from Galaxy Star that I was the right person and that they're gonna ban me. I could I will send it to you guys. I'm not gonna show it up on stream. And I don't think I can even show it up on screen. Because I'm on the fucking PlayStation. Mm-hmm. Like I even told them, this is my only account. I have another YouTube account, but I don't use that shit for nothing. That YouTube account was supposed to be like my thing for music and for other stuff that I have to do. Or like for funny moments on stream. I have never once touched it in a hot minute. Because this is the only account that I use. This is my main account. This is me. I'm not lost. Because I get to make the content that I want to do. So the fact that I'm hearing from them that I have an alt account, made an alt account, and evaded ban, I didn't even know I was banned. And say I've been horrible in game when I've never played a game with them on stream. And once again, I will make this part a YouTube video when I get the PC. It's not going to be an expose. It's just going to be me talking about a friendship that I once had. But if they ever do hear this, all I gotta say, it was fun being friends. It was fun being friends. Not gonna say anything bad, nor am I gonna expose them, because what do I have to expose them for? For shitty moderating? For some bull crap accused? No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it because of the time zone. I get it because of the time zone. I get, like, what's called, like, even with my friends right now, like, I get it because of the time zone. What's called, not all of us could talk at the same time as we are because of time zones. I mean, I have a friend right now, Elliot. Sorry to name call you right now because I know you're in the chat. They live literally our nighttime, Romeo. Our nighttime is their morning. So I can only talk to them when it's nighttime. So, but other than that, that's
Fuck that
pretty.
me.
Other than that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. All I wanted to talk about. Other than that, I'm doing fine. I have friends who, what's called, to talk to. Friends to listen. Friends who always play fucking Clash Royale. Romeo. No, you. Because your ass is playing with them. Or Clash of Clans, or whatever the fuck. But, but, to have all this going on in a single month, in a single month and a half, I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'll explain it after that. I already said it in the chat, but I'll explain it when this live stream's done. Alright. Well, anyway, that's all I want to talk about. I'm done speaking. I will try to post more. I will try to make live streams more. It's just this past fucking whatever happened, this whole thing. It's just been a fucking roller coaster. I couldn't deal with it. So anyway, I'm gonna end it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.